All right, how's it going, everyone? My name is Aaron Blades, and I am the owner of Legacy Barbell Club. And today what I wanted to do for you all is to give you all a breakdown video, step-by-step video of if you're new to the gym, what you should expect and what you should look for in your first gym. Okay, so if you are new to the gym, you're just getting started, there's a lot of things that you're going to be looking for, and it could get very overwhelming because there's a lot of gyms that are in the area. You're trying to figure out which ones are good for you, what do you need to do when you go into these gyms, all of that kind of stuff. So the first thing that I suggest that you should do is to get a list of all of these gyms, what you're looking for. And so with these types of gyms, I put them in a few different categories. I put them in our commercial category, our private category, and then our specialty category. So with our commercial category, those ones are going to be your Anytime Fitnesses, your LA Fitnesses, your Planet Fitnesses, your Lifetimes, all of those. Next category is going to be your private gyms. So that's going to kind of be like us or any other small type private gym that offers the same types of amenities as the commercial gyms, but they are smaller, maybe half the size or maybe a little bit smaller than that. And a lot of those may offer like 24/7 access, saunas, turf, like those bare basics, but it's a smaller atmosphere with less members, so it might be a little bit more inviting. And then your third one is going to be your specialty ones. So those are your Orange Theory, your Cycle Bar, your CrossFit, the ones that are very particular on the types of workouts that you do. They do build a community, and those are good for like I said, those are good for building communities, getting to know people. Your workout's already pre-made for you in most cases. So you're just going to go in there, work out, do whatever's prescribed for you, and then you leave. You get to know a lot of people through that. So those are going to be your three main things that you'll look for whenever you look for a gym. So put those in those categories, and then you'll just have to figure out which category you're looking for. Each one has their drawbacks, has their goods, their bads, whatever the case may be. I can break down some of those for you. Your commercial gyms, starting off, they're going to be really good because they're going to have all of those nice amenities that you're looking for. Some may have a pool, big locker rooms, spin classes, they'll have group fitness classes, they may have saunas, recovery rooms, child care, all of those different things. And their pricing a lot of the time is going to be very low. The drawbacks with those commercial gyms, they get super busy. They are in the market for getting as many members as they possibly can. So thousands of memberships, depending upon your location, is what they are aiming for. And I can't speak for all locations, but there are a lot of commercial locations, especially where we're at, and that I have experienced, to where cleanliness is an issue when it comes to the gym as a whole, when it comes to the bathrooms, locker rooms, and when it comes for like weights being put away, and those types of things. So just be mindful that your commercial gym may have those issues. Along with that, a lot of them have certain cancellation policies and things established whenever you do sign up that make it very difficult for you to cancel if you decide that you need to move away or you want something different. So just be on the lookout for those. With the private gym is nice. Like I said, with a lot of those, they are looking for quality members. Majority of the time, they're not just trying to sell as many memberships as they possibly can. They sometimes may even have a cap in terms of how many members they would like to get. With those, a lot of the times you may get the same amenities with some of the offerings that they have, like classes or saunas or recovery or whatever the case may be. Not all of them, which is one of the drawbacks, not all of them offer every single amenity that these commercial gyms may offer. Some of them may not offer childcare, they may not have a sauna, they may not have turf. If you're looking to do like sled type work or athletic based training, they may not have some of those types of things. And then as well, in those smaller gyms, they don't have an abundance of equipment. In some cases, in a lot of cases, they're going to have the majority of the equipment that you need in order to get your workouts done. But in some cases, they don't have all the bells and whistles in terms of all the equipment, and they don't have large varieties of everything because they don't need to service that type of population, or they may be a relatively new gym that's still trying to build up and go from there. So those are a couple of things to look out for that. Your specialty ones are very, very nice, especially if you're new to the gym. If you're looking just for something that's already programmed for you, already structured for you, those are great because you can go in, you can sign up, and you can take these classes. You already know what to expect whenever you come in. Sometimes you'll even get the same coach, so you can know the coach. You can make a lot of friends. You can do that through all of them, but it's a lot easier with those specialty ones. You can build a community through that because you're going to get the same people come in at the same times pretty regularly during all of that. So with the specialty ones, those are good. The drawbacks of those obviously is they are dedicated for a specific, they have dedicated workouts that you would be doing. Sometimes they can run different challenges and things, but in that category, they normally have set workouts for you, and there really isn't anything to branch off of. A lot of those gyms that I also mentioned don't have those amenities as well that those commercial gyms would offer. And then along with that too, you're not able to come in and work out on your own, get a workout in, put your headphones in. A lot of those are class-based. Even with CrossFit, they are led. You may, depending upon the gym, be able to have some sort of music, be able to work out on your own on those. But a lot of them are group-based. You're going to come in, work out during those set times. And so that's one of the drawbacks, is if you're looking for a little bit more variety and you're looking for a way to structure your own workouts, do your own things, that may not be the avenue for you. But good news is you can always change up between those 3 different avenues as well. Okay, so now once you do all of that, you will look at that list and determine what you think is the best for you. So whether it be 20 gyms or 2 gyms, you look at it, separate based off of what category that they go into, and say, okay, well, I have a commercial gym and I have a private gym. Do I want to go to a commercial gym that has all these amenities and I can use all of this stuff with a cheap price, but I have to worry about cleanliness and a cancellation policy? Do I want to worry about that, or do I want to risk it and go to a private gym that may not have the same amenities or equipment and things like that, but I at least know that I can go in and get a workout in and not necessarily have to worry about waiting on equipment or things like that? So you got to figure out which one you want to do. Even a specialty one, do I want to be able to come in and do a structured workout, or would I like to have more ability to do what I want from these other 2 gyms? So once you figure that out, then your next step is to go and find those gyms. Okay, so once you find the gym that you're looking for, it's going to depend which category that you choose, how your first interaction is going to go. So I'll kind of give you a little bit of a breakdown on all 3 of them. With your specialty one, a lot of the times they are going to do a free trial workout or like a drop-in workout, and they're going to take you through kind of what to expect with these workouts, and then at the very end they're going to show you their packages, whether it be memberships or classes or whatever the case may be. So that's the way that you can structure that. A lot of that, there's not a lot of variety in terms of how you can arrange your experience from start to finish, but the specialty ones are really good because they're majority welcoming and allowing you to be able to go in and they realize it may be your first time into a gym like that, or just into a gym in general, and they're usually very accommodating. If they're not, then it's definitely not a gym for you. But with our private and commercial gyms, you can do those a little bit differently and tailor your experience to more so fit your needs and how you want to go about that. So I can kind of give you an idea of how I would approach it if I was looking at a gym for the first time, if I was brand new to the gym and wanted to figure it out. With a lot of those gyms, you'll go in, your basics ones are going to be, you'll go in, say you're interested in a membership, the manager, owner, whatever it is going to come out. They're going to show you the gym, they're going to show you the pricing. Some of the commercial gyms are going to take you around, show you the gym, bring you into their office, and then they're going to go through their sales pitch, tell them why they are better as a gym than maybe any other gym in the area, and then take you all the way. So they build up all their perks, and then at the very height where they have you excited, they're going to give you the price and all of the terms and everything like that. And then with some of those gyms too, if you were to buy a membership, then the next process of that would be they would put you with a personal training manager who would then go over the personal training packages that they have and try and make it a seamless transition so that you not only purchase memberships but personal training. So That's sometimes how some of those gyms go. They want to bring in, stack all the benefits, and then give you the price as any typical salesman would. That are going to stack up all your benefits, then give you the price, and then pass you off to someone else. So a lot of commercial gyms may be doing that, or they may just come in, give you a tour, and then say, hey, here's the price. And that's where a lot of the private gyms, at least in my experience, are. A lot of them either have their pricing up on the front desk, they have their pricing on their website, or they just tell you the pricing straight up. For us, we fit into more of a private, we're a semi-private gym. And so our sales tactic isn't even a tactic. People come in if they're interested in the gym, they check it out. I give them a tour if they want. Sometimes people want to check out the gym on their own, so I let them do that. If they want a tour, I show them around the gym, all the equipment that we have, all the amenities that we have, answer any questions, and then at the very end, I give them all of it. So I don't have a sheet that I go off of. Everything's on our website. I go through my whole spiel, and then I let them decide there if it's something that they want to consider. If they leave, I don't take any information, and I guarantee you that people would say don't do that. You want to try and get them to sell at the door once they are in there, and don't give them any time to leave and change their mind and go somewhere else. And if I do that, I'm just missing out on people. And to that I say, if they are not already convinced by the time that they come into the gym, by how the gym looks and how the gym operates and all of that, and the price of it all, there's nothing that I can say or do that would convince them right then and there, unless I wanted to push some sales tactic onto them, which is not something that I want to do. But kind of went on a tangent there. Overall, that's kind of how your private sector is going to be. They're going to be a lot more lenient in terms of come in, you're going to see the space, and then do a little bit of a pricing, membership, all of that. You might get some that'll try and sell you day of. You might get some that like me and say, okay, well, you know, if you're interested, just let us know if you have any questions. And 9 times out of 10, they always come back, or they purchase on the website. So never really lose anyone going that route, because I don't try and push anything on them. So whenever you go through all of those three, for this example, what I'm going to use is your commercial gym scenario, the way that all of that would work. So whenever you go into these gyms, your first thing that you should do before you even step in is start looking at pictures of the gym. Get a feel for the environment, get a feel for what equipment they offer, look at their reviews, see what people are saying about them. Get a feel for everything that they have to offer in the gym. So then that way you know what to expect whenever you come in. You know what the gym's going to look like. You know what people think of the gym, all of that. And then you can come in with a little bit better of an idea of what to expect with this gym. Step number 2, what I would do is I would go into the gym. You can either call and set up an appointment, maybe set up a time, or just come in during their staffed hours, go up to the front desk and say, hey, I'm interested in checking the gym out. And so what I would do at that point is they may either tell you like, okay, well, let me get a manager that'll show you around. Or they may say, okay, well, yeah, go ahead and look around. And then if you have any questions, come back up. And so your next thing that you're going to do, whenever you're going on this tour, looking around, I want you to look at not only the people, what types of people are using the gym. I want you to also look at the condition of your bathrooms, all the amenities that they have to offer. If things are down, if a lot of things are down, start looking at that, keeping a mental note, because if there's machines that are down for long periods of time, if there's things that just look disgusting, it might throw off your opinion of the gym that you are joining. So keep those things in mind. So while you're taking these mental notes, just make sure that you keep in mind of all of these different things that are going on. And those are the 2 things that I usually look for. And if members are, engaged, they're super happy, and you can tell like the atmosphere is very different, definitely keep a mental note of that. Some gyms also pay attention to the music. If the music is super low and it's very dreary and all that, and you're not feeling motivated to work out then, you're not going to feel motivated whenever you buy a membership to go in. So some gyms have super quiet music, and yes, you can wear headphones, but it's an atmosphere thing. Even when the gym has specific music that they play, it cultivates a different atmosphere depending upon what type of music. So be mindful of those small things too. What type of music is playing? Is it loud? Is it good? Does it make you excited to want to be able to come in and work out? Does it make you feel motivated? One of the other things that you need to keep in mind of in the gym is the types of machines that they have, the quality of the machines, if they're moving, how to use them, all of that kind of stuff. Just keep an eye out on what they have, how many of each that they have during their busy times. I would recommend going during their busy times, like right after work. See how busy it is, see how many machines get used, if anything is open. Just be mindful of how often people are using it, that sort of thing as well. Next, what you'll do after that, whenever you do your tour, you can ask all of your questions that you may have, your main things that you really need to know outside of what the gym offers. You really need to know your busy times. So is it busy in the morning? Is it busy in the evening? If it's 24/7, how does that work? How do you get that all set up? You'll also ask about your pricing. You're going to ask about any cancellation policies. You want all of that ironed out, ironclad before you leave, before you make your decision on the gym. So make sure that you are aware of all of the costs. So sometimes people will have an upfront gym cost. You'll have your regular membership, and then they'll have a yearly fee. Some gyms will have a cancellation fee. Some gyms will only have the membership fees. They won't have anything upfront or yearly. So understand where all of those price points are. Understand when you're paying, what you're paying, so you're not getting any surprises. And I would personally have it outlined. Personally know this is the only amount that should be charged. And so if any other amount is charged, then you can go to them and say, okay, well, in this outline, all of this I knew about, but this one I got charged for, I didn't know about. So be sure that you have all of that ironed out beforehand. Then finally, what I would do, if you feel comfortable with knowing the environment, knowing the atmosphere, knowing all of that kind of stuff, I would personally, if you know that day, you can sign up. If you're comfortable with everything, if you need to take some time, just say you're going to take some time. If they try and do the sales tactic with you of like, well, what do you need to take time on or whatever, I think it just depends upon the person. For me, I don't want to be pushed into something like that. And if they're going to push you for a membership, just imagine what they're going to do for anything else that they may offer in the gym. Just have them answer your questions, and then if you need to take some time, take some time. But if they push you, then consider that as something that could happen in the future as well. Okay, so you have now bought your first gym membership, and we'll say it was either a commercial or a private gym. So awesome on you. Now what you're going to do is, now you need to figure out what you're going to do whenever you go into the gym. So this one's going to be very tricky. And so the only thing that I can recommend to you is whenever you go into the gym for the first time, after the tour, you already know what machines are there, what equipment's there, where everything is, because you've already gotten the tour, you've already taken a mental note of what to expect whenever you come into the gym. So now what you need to do is to be able to understand where all of the machines are located and how you want to structure your workout. And so what I would recommend, if it's your first time in the gym as a whole, I would 9 times out of 10 try and find some sort of cardio piece to warm up on. And so this could be a treadmill, this could be an elliptical, this could be a bike, something. Try and find one to where you can have a view of the gym so that you can have an idea of where all the machines are. And so here, at this point, do it for 5-10 minutes, something super light, super simple, but this gives you time to, 1, not only warm up, but also 2, you can assess what you want to do. So if you want to focus on an upper body day, you can scout out, okay, these are all my upper body machines that I need to do. And if you want to do a lower body day, okay, these are all the lower body machines that I need to do. And then that way you have some sort of plan, so it doesn't look like you're going immediately into a gym to hop into a machine that you don't necessarily know how it works and you don't really know where you're going to go from there. So that's what I would recommend personally, is get yourself some sort of game plan and don't be afraid to machine hop. So while you're jumping from machine to machine, the majority of machines are going to give you some sort of how-to on how to use it, how to set it up, and there's different levers and things like that that you would look for. If you need a resource or things like that with those levers and you want to do all of that beforehand, I do recommend that. I know our channel, we go over all of our pieces of equipment that we have, how to set them up, how to use them, and we try to make it as transferable as possible to other gyms. 9 times out of 10, a lot of the adjustments are the same across the board. So I would get familiar with those, just find out what pieces of that move, and then I would look at the instructions, figure out how exactly to use the piece of equipment, and then go ahead for it. We do, along with some other gyms, have QR codes on them. So don't be afraid to scan the QR code and figure out how to use the machine and then start using it. Some people feel a little self-conscious about doing that because they don't want to look like a newbie. I promise you, as a gym owner, someone who's been in the gym, the majority of the time, 9 times out of 10, everyone is in their own lane. They're doing their own thing. They don't care that you're struggling. Sometimes people may even come to help you and to give you some sort of guidance. And if people are judging you, then I would blow it off, because 9 times out of 10, they may not even know what they're doing. And they're just kind of going there to insult and criticize other people. And every gym is going to have that, unfortunately. You're going to have those types of people, so I just recommend to ignore them and let them kind of move on and do their own thing. Just don't give them any attention. So whenever you do that, once you figure out all of those machines, once you get comfortable with those types of things, I would do that, and I would spend your outside time looking over different exercises. So I would find a piece of equipment, maybe it's a cable machine. I would figure out like a cable apparatus that has a carabiner that you put attachments into, and I would look at it and be like, okay, what kind of arm exercises can I do? What are some good tricep exercises? And I'd start looking on YouTube, I'd start looking on TikTok, Instagram. I know our channel, we try and provide a lot of exercise options for arms, shoulders, triceps, all of that. So you can utilize that as a resource, but you want to be able to learn some of those new things and then slowly start to implement those into your workout. Slowly start changing up your routine and things that you are doing. My final tip that I would say, once you're in the gym, once you're getting more familiar with the equipment, once you're getting familiar with the people, I would personally, I know it sucks and I know that you might be nervous doing it, I would go up to some of the bigger, stronger people in the gym. I would go up to, whether it be the women, the men, whatever the case may be, I would go up to them and I would ask them, hey, I have a question on this. You can also go up to the owner or the manager and say, hey, I have a question on this machine. I say go members first, because some gyms, if you go up to some of the managers, the owners or whatever, they're going to recommend to get you personal training so that you understand how machines work. You don't necessarily need that. You can always learn about that kind of stuff on your own. So I usually recommend go to the members first, and they're usually the nicest people. The bigger, stronger people in the gym are usually the nicest people that you can come across, and they will be more than willing to help you and to offer some tips and tricks and all of that kind of stuff. I did that when I was starting in the gym, along with YouTube and social media as a whole. I was learning from there, so I highly recommend just find a couple people that you know, people watch, understand if they are actually a nice person, you know, how they interact, whatever, and then I would approach them and say, hey, I don't mean to bother you, I have a question on this, or I'm looking for a good exercise for this, what do you recommend? And they're definitely going to help you. Even if you're trying to learn like how to squat, deadlift, bench, something like that, definitely go up to them, see if they can give you any tools. And then also try and find some people in the gym that are consistent during your time, start talking with them, and then that can honestly help too with not only establishing just a a friendship and a culture and all of that, but it can get you another workout partner who may have a little bit more experience and who can help you out through the entire process. So I know that this was kind of a lot, so take it one step at a time. Like I said, throughout the whole video, there's multiple steps that you can do. Take it at your own pace. Make sure that you do your research before you join a gym. Understand what the gym looks like, understand the culture that the gym has, the reputation that the gym has in the community, understand all of that before you go in, and then you will be perfect once you do get a membership. Like I said, use that first time that you come into workout to find some sort of cardio piece, scout out your equipment, and figure out, okay, this is what I want to do today, structure it out. Usually what I do, I go for the big muscles first, so chest and back and shoulders. I try and do all of that first if I'm going to do an upper body day, and then I move into my arms, my biceps, and my triceps. For my legs, I will start off with something that's like a leg press or a hack squat, if you're familiar with those pieces. And then I would move into something else, a machine that would target just the top of my leg, the back of my leg, or my calves, and move on from there. Hit the big groups first and then move on into the smaller ones. A good rule of thumb when you're starting off is going for about 3 rounds at each machine. So for example, if you're doing a chest press to start off, a lot of the machine chest presses, you can start off doing 3 rounds just of 10 repetitions. So you do the exercise 10 times, rest, and that's 1 round. So then you'll go into the next one, 10, rest, and that's another round. Do 3 of those, and then I recommend going into the next one and just working your way down. And that's a good place to start until you start to learn a little bit more about the machines. You see what other people are doing. You're doing more research outside of the gym. That's a good place to start until you gain a little bit more of a knowledge to be able to come in and do some new exercises and do some new things. So if you like this video, be sure to let us know. Leave a like, comment down below. Some other tips that maybe that I missed whenever you first started in the gym. Subscribe, turn on your post notifications, because we do have a lot more content coming our way. If you have any interest in looking at different machine tutorials, exercise tutorials, all of that kind of stuff, check out our page. If there's any other exercises or anything like that that you are curious about, that you would want to learn more about, leave a comment down below. We will be sure to answer those and also try and find some resources or something to send to you, or even post those types of videos on our channel. So if you liked it, let us know, and we will catch you in the next one.
Nothing else makes me feel